I have made these 2 records because I want to talk with you. I want to talk with you because I have something to say. I am Madalyn Murray, and I am an atheist. I'm a little bit more than that, an atheist. I am, in fact, the atheist. The atheist who has made America stop to take a little stock of their accepted values. For I am the atheist who fought a battle right up to and through the Supreme Court of the United States in order to have Bible reading and prayer recitation as a religious ceremony removed from the public schools in all 50 states of our Union. 2 questions are put to me more than any other, and they are, how did you get that way? And why do you want to fight about it? So I intend to tell you here. What do you want to hear first? How I got that way? Or the really exciting story of why I am fighting and in the courts of the land for what I believe? Perhaps if I tell you first how I got that way. Well, let's make it plain right from the start what an atheist is or what an atheist is not. First, I am not an agnostic, nor a rationalist, nor a realist, nor a secularist, nor a humanist, nor any other fancy name behind which people can hide in order to be safe in our society. And isn't it an indictment against our society that we who do not believe, we non-believers of all stripes, must hide behind certain names, since reprisals and sanctions would be put into effect against us if we said what we really believed? For years our own family functioned after an old-fashioned philosophy handed down from my grandparents' grandparents. It was a very nice homey philosophy of shake your fist in your pocket. Never shake your fist in someone's face. Never say what you really think. And many other families in America, apparently, have had this same philosophy and have lived by it. For today everyone keeps their hands in their pockets and their tongues in their faces, until we are a nation of liars and of deceivers, afraid to say what we believe, or afraid to say what we think. Well, I am neither afraid nor ashamed to say what I am an atheist, and this means, at least, that I do not believe there is a God, or any God, personal, or in nature, or manifesting himself or itself in any way. I do not believe there is such a thing as heaven, or hell, or perdition, or any of the stages in between. I do not believe there is any life after death. I do not believe in miracles. I do not believe in angels. I do not believe in prophets, and I do not accept any holy book of any kind, be they the Bible, the Torah, the Vita, the Koran, or anything else in any age in the history of man. I do not believe in saviors, and this includes any so-called savior from Moses to Jesus Christ, or Mohammed, or his daughter Fatima, or the popes, or any oracles, self-appointed or appointed by other persons. I do not believe in the efficacy of prayers, said either by myself or a priest, a rabbi, or a minister. Please, as adults, we must face that this is silly. These ancient fables and ideas are silly, and we no longer need to cling to them. Do you really believe any woman can have a child without sexual relationships? This is an insult to you and to me. It is an insult to our intelligence and to our common sense and to our own experiences which we have gained from living. Well, that is what I don't believe. A charge against any atheist is that we are negative, that we do not believe, and that we must have a positive thing. And so many people ask us, what is your positive approach to the problems of man? Problems of man living in human relationships, in a hard and a cruel world. Now, this isn't corny, because it is a hard and a cruel world. The most difficult thing in the world to do is to live, and to get along with other people, to earn a living, to meet our basic needs. It is very difficult to do this. You have a hard time doing it, and so do I. And we need a decent, modern, sophisticated, and workable set of standards by which we can get along with ourselves and each other. We can toss out all of this old garbage of rules laid down by God. No God ever gave any man anything and never will. We solve our problems ourselves, or they are not going to be solved. And you know it, and I know it. When we got involved in the suit to take Bible and prayer out of schools, we did a very unique thing. We went into a court of this land, and for the first time in the history of the United States, we said in court and in our legal brief that we objected to Bible reading and prayer recitation because we were atheists. We did not say that we were Jews, and we did not therefore accept the New Testament. We did not say that we were Catholics and did not therefore accept the King James Version of the Bible. We did not say that we were Buddhists or Mohammedans, and therefore we could not accept the Christian practice. We said we were atheists, living in a modern world, and that we did not accept any of these fairy tales of any kind. Our attorney said to me, "Okay, Madalyn, if you want to base your suit on this and this alone, then you can write up a little blurb about what an atheist is, and I'll put it into the suit." So I did, and he did. And this is it. For the first time in any law books, in any history books, you can go and read it for yourself. It is in the record at Baltimore, Maryland Superior Court in the case of William J. Murray III versus John N. Curlett. William Murray III is my oldest son, and John N. Curlett is the president of the Board of School Commissioners of Baltimore City. The case was filed in December 1960, and it reached the United States Supreme Court in February 1963. The statement to which I refer says, and you'll understand this despite the bit of legal terminology here and there, and this is it, quote, "Your petitioners are atheists, and they define their beliefs as follows. An atheist loves his fellow man instead of a God. An atheist believes that heaven is something for which we should work now, here, on earth, for all men together to enjoy. An atheist believes that he can get no help through prayer, but that he must find in himself the inner conviction and the strength to meet life, to grapple with it, to subdue it, and to enjoy it. An atheist believes that only in a knowledge of himself and a knowledge of his fellow can he find the understanding that will help him to a life of fulfillment. He seeks to know himself and his fellow man, rather than to know a God. An atheist believes that a hospital should be built instead of a church. An atheist believes that a deed must be done instead of a prayer said. An atheist strives for involvement in life and not escape into death. He wants disease conquered, poverty banished, war eliminated. He wants man to understand and love man. He wants an ethical way of life. He believes that he cannot rely on God, nor channel action into prayer, nor hope for an end to troubles in a hereafter. He believes that we are our brother's keepers. We are the keepers of our own lives, that we are responsible persons, that the job is here and the time is now. End quote. Doesn't that sound awfully serious and intense?